Hey kids, do you like drugs? No, don't do drugs. I'm sorry. Listen, right? So I was on the search for something, and I know Jay was, asking me about it. Was on the
Right.
search for something that helped me with my anxiety. And I, get anxious sometimes. I work in a high stress industry. Not the full industry, but my section of the industry is high stress. So sometimes my job gets stressful and I'm like, I wish I had something to kind of calm me down. So I call my friend. Actually, the first time I heard about what we're gonna talk about today, and you see it in the title, I called my friend. Well, he basically, we were on a call, right? And
Right.
he said, "Yo, I'm taking these supplements, man, and they affected me in crazy ways." I was like, really? Really? So I'm like, okay, I'm cool with that. Like I wanna see what this is about. Like we talked about it, it's all natural stuff. So I said to myself, you know what, I'm gonna try this out eventually. And after like months of just saying I'm gonna do it and not doing it, I finally went to Walgreens and I picked it up. And I don't have mine, but I do have some here.
We daps you up. Hey, that's what's up.
I got it right here. This is Ashwagandha. It's an Ashwagandha gummy. And some people want to ask, and some people want to know, does it work? Right? Jay, what you think? Does it work? Because I tried it. I don't want to tell you my experience yet, but you tried it, and you definitely had experiences as well.
Yeah. So when I tried it, I felt calm.
So I'm expecting, calm feeling, no stress, right? And it delivers, right? You get a basically calm feeling, and when the stressful situation comes, there's a different outlook on it, right? So instead of me thinking that the world is ending, I'm just thinking like, oh, okay, you know, this is just a thing that I have to do. So that's really good. The second thing that hit me like a ton of bricks was what I like to call the sauciness. So how do I describe this, right? Because I'm trying to be G-rated. For the married folks, you're gonna love this. You're gonna love this, married people. For the single people, you kind of have to endure some feelings.
Yep.
But tell them what it is.
Right. So I felt, whew, I felt some, sexual urges. But I have self-control, so I just, deal with it. I handle it the best way that I can. But you can
Gotcha.
definitely feel something going on
Yeah,
when you take this stuff.
yeah.
Yep, yep, yep.
It's kind of like, if you're in a pure place mentally, this could activate something inside of you,
Right.
right? But we preach abstinence here,
Exactly.
so you wanna take this, knowing that, and if you know yourself and you know you're like super
Super
on,
high
Yeah.
sex drive.
then you might not need this if you're trying to, depending on what you're trying to do. You might need it depending on what you're trying to do. I think those were the main things for me. Was there any other effects for you?
I just felt a little tired
Yes, I forgot about that one.
when I first started taking it, but when I exercised and kind of fell into that where I was doing push-ups and jumping jacks and different stuff, I started to feel better
Mm-hmm.
after a while. So yeah, I would say it's not as it's ephemeral.
Yeah, I think for me the effects, they last long enough for me to experience them. I've been taking them every day for like how long? For like a month so far.
Right.
It's been about a month. So when they did tests on these, right, and I'll see if I can find any of the graphs for the tests or put the links in the description. When they did tests for these, they did 90-day tests, right? And what they saw in the test was a literal decrease in cortisol. So cortisol is like the stress hormone. So there was a literal stress hormone decrease when people were taking this. So that's science, right? You can't go against science, right? Now let's talk about any cons, like negative side effects that you might have had.
Negative side effects.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I had any
You didn't say that?
negative per se.
Okay. I think like tired could possibly be one of them.
I guess.
Yeah. I know some people, right, have described they, tend like to be very apathetic after they take it. They don't really have much emotions after they take it.
Right.
So because of that, it's like
Oh yeah, I could definitely say the emotions part.
uh-huh.
Yeah, because when it wears off, it's like you're blank.
Mm.
You're just blank.
Yeah.
It's different.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I can say. It's different. It's a different feeling.
Yeah. So when my friend told me about it, he said that's a side effect, and that's why he got off of it, because he wasn't really feeling, emotions like he used to, right? For me, I'm just a cold brother, so this is my regular state of being. So I don't really think I felt those effects as much. But what's interesting is that these effects could be seen as something that's very interesting and like something that you could like deal with or not deal with. Now, this is the last thing I wanted to say, right? Should we take stuff like this?
Yes, we should. I feel like mental health is serious, and whatever works for you, you should, take. We still have to function, in society and be with our stressful jobs. So,
Yeah. And if we think about it, right, did God leave plants and stuff like this for us to consume? And the answer is yes, he did, right? Here in Revelation 22:2, I know a lot of my Rasta brothers and sisters like this verse, right? But it talks about the tree of life in heaven. And it says, in the middle of its street and on either side of the river was the tree of life, which have 12 fruits, each tree yielding its fruit every month. The leaves of the tree were for the healing of the nations. And this is, true in heaven, but it's also true here on earth, right? There's a story in the Bible about a king who was sick and he was dying, and God said, you're gonna die. The king prayed to God. I think his name was Hezekiah. And God said, okay, he's crying a lot and I don't like it. Heal him. Told Isaiah to go and heal him. What did Isaiah do? Isaiah didn't go and put his hands on him and pray. Isaiah went and he got a fig. And he put the fig on the sore, and the sore healed. So this is an example for us, right? Where we could use the herbs and what God has put in nature to heal us. This is his plan for us. So, since we're here, we're gonna do a taste test. And we're gonna see how it is. Ooh. I gotta put this in front of the camera. I hope so y'all can see what it looks like. Ooh. And the thing is, right, the one that I have is like a low dosage. The one that you have is high dosage. So, ooh. I got prepare myself. So it kind of melted, but still gonna try and eat it. Wait, cheers.
Okay, cheers.
Ooh.
How about the taste?
Wow. Mm. It's like, yeah, so this is the brand that you have. And we're gonna put a link in the description if you guys want to try it. But what would you rate it?
Ooh. I would rate this a 9.
9. Yeah. If I had to rate it out of something, this is something I'm gonna continue to use probably for the rest of my life.
Me too.
So that's my rating.
Yeah, good.
But yeah, so if you try it, let us know what you think in the comments below.